Hi guys, this is the tutorial for the tissue box and how to put it together. I die cut it all the parts out, and when you buy the cutting die set it will look like this. These are the pieces you will get, and I will show you how to put it together. At first I started to cut out this one 2 times, and the one I left like it cuts out, and one I just snipped off a little edge of all sides. Why? Because later when I attach the sides I have an inner part that I can cover up the glue tabs. Is that a correct word? I think so. First you start with 4 of these sides. What I do is I put them together, I turn them around, and I look at the score lines that they match up. That's the most important thing you need to do. It's not a complicated box to put together, but in order for me, as a thank you to you all who bought the box, I thought it would be nice that I would do this video. Then you can attach them all together in one line. Sorry if my big head is in the way, but I have to look at what I'm doing. I will take it as soon as possible away so you can see, but if I don't attach it the correct way, I can start all over again. And when you have stuck down all the parts together, those 4 parts, I have the time to tell you that all my cutting dies, so all the dies I design so they fit into a normal standard cutting die machine. So you won't have to buy a bigger cutting die machine in order to make any of my designs. I know I said it many times before, but there are still new people are coming to my YouTube channel, and people may be wondering, so that's why I like to tell you once again. See, I'm not fully correctly aligned, and yes, I'm a fussy crafter. I like things to be perfect, so that's why I take a little more time to make sure everything is correct. If you have done this part, then you take off the backing of all the other parts. And if you find it boring to watch me take off all the backings, just fast forward. That's the benefit of having the video. Then you can skip this part and see me struggle. Oh my goodness, I choked myself. Almost there. So when you start attaching the bottom part to the base, just start with one piece, so you know that you're aligned like this, and then work your way around so you have a sturdy box. I'm only pushing it once, and when I'm finished and I have gone all the way around, I will put down them more firmly, but I like when things are put together perfectly, so I have to take my time. And I know that it's maybe horrible to see me struggle, but I just like it to be nice. So, well, now I'm done. Now I can put my finger inside and push all the glue flaps down. Then I take the part that I cut off a strip and glue that inside. This way, not only you will cover up your glue flaps, but it also makes the bottom part more sturdy. For the sides, we did not put in the, how do you call that? The layering pieces, but if you use your cutting die and you cut out your designer paper with the same cutting die, what I do when I don't have layering pieces, I do it like this. I cut it out with my cutting die, and then I cut it like this, and in 2 cuts I have the layering piece, and this also helps to get the box more sturdy. So if you like to layer your box, please do it like this. It saves you money in having to pay for more dies, and it's really easy to make your layering pieces. So I thought it would be nice to show you how I do that. And then we are going to make the lid for the box. So this one is going inside of here. I'm not going to do the effort to glue it down. I think you all know what to do. And then we will take the lid. I already assembled a bit of the lid, but I wanted to show you. When you have the cutting die, it will look like this, and you have to put tape on these sides. When you take off the tape, like this, and make sure that you first fold on all the fold lines. That's the most important thing you can do. That makes it easier to put it together. Then you take your 2 pieces and line these scoring lines up. So like this. And then you can attach it piece by piece. Because when you did the alignment on the first one right, it is a really small effort to do the rest. I will take this piece because you have to glue them all together, and I didn't want to bore you in this video by seeing me taking off all those backings. And I wanted to show you this because the last piece is a little bit harder to put together, but I will show it. I will show you how I struggle. And then I will attach it like this. And then you take off the backings of the last piece. See, and that's why now it comes to your benefit when you fold first all your score lines. And you can do it with liquid glue. I like to work with tape, but if you are a liquid glue crafter, please go ahead. It's not a problem. And then the last piece is a little bit of a struggle, but if you take your time and do it really slow, it's not so complicated at all. Just take, and I can get it right, but I wanted to show it in the video the correct way. So then you take these 2 pieces and put them together. So now you start at the top and then you go your way around to the bottom. Like this. And then the top part stays flat. See? It's not really hard, but you have to do a little bit of effort to put it together. Like this. Then I die cutted this ring out together with the base part. What I think is a smart idea to do is cut 12 squares or circles, whatever you want, and die cut them at the same time as you die cut this one. It will fit on your plate and it saves you time doing all 12 individually. I die cut it out 12 times. I glued already 10 on top of each other, and the 11th one, what I did was like this. So I stacked them on top of each other. Then I took the 11th one, tape it down like this, And then I will take the part that I die cut it with this die, and I die cut it out of vellum, but I took 2 layers of vellum. You don't have to do that, but I don't have a very strong vellum, so oh, I need to pop out the middle part, but see, it's a little bit stuck. So, nope, I don't have any nails, so that's why. And then what I do is, because I have 2 layers, I do a little bit of glue on the edge, because that will not be shown, and that way you don't have to buy or search for a really thick vellum piece. So I do it like this, then I stick them on top of each other, and then I will put glue on my ring, the same way as I was stacking the other dies. I will take my vellum piece and put it on top. And when the glue dries, I will do some glue at the edge of the vellum piece, like this, and then I will stack the last one, and then you have covered it up, and nobody will see all your messy glue swirls. So, like this. And then you have something to stick your paper through. See, it works perfectly. Then you put some glue on this side, and be a little more generous with your glue, because this is the part that needs to hold up with all the pulling force you are going to do with your paper that you put inside of your tissue box. So then you take this part, and I find it the easiest way to center it, to do it like this. And then I put something heavy in the middle, like for instance a full bottle of glue, or an acrylic block, or whatever, and then I let it dry. And I let it dry for almost half an hour, so I know it will be very stuck at the top of my tissue box. And then the last piece, those are your designer paper pieces, and that is this cutting die. This will make your designer layers for the top of the box. But in order for me to tell you all about it, see, I made a mistake, because I'm thinking in English and doing all the parts. Before you stick this one down, you have to first do your design paper layers. So I will cut off a piece so I can show you what I mean, but you have to do it right away. What you do is you just put a little bit of glue on this part, so here and around the heart. Then you take your lid, and again, you don't need to do the design paper layers, but I like them, so I do them. And then you only do a little bit of glue at the top. So only do a little bit of glue here. So no glue here, here and here, only here. So then you get the rounded shape of the box, and I hope you guys know what I mean. So just glue it down like this, and of course you had to do it first before you attach this one, but I made the mistake in this video. But I'm not ashamed to make mistakes, but then you will see that it will have the nice curve that you see in the box that I already made. And if you like to do so, you can take a rounded cutting die that you have with a scalloped edge and put it on top first. I did that just because I like to do it, but it's not necessary in order to make the box. And how long you make this piece, what you do is just measure it up and cut a really small strip, and that's what I did, because some people only take 2 or 3 layers. I did 12 layers, and then this strips varies in size, so that's why I didn't add a cutting die for this strip only, but you can measure how wide it is and cut a straight strip and put it around the box to finish it off. And then you have your box like this. So I hope this tutorial is helpful. I hope this makes sense, and it will fit perfectly on top of each other. And I think it's fun to give it to people that are sick, or just as a friend, as a crafter. I use a lot of paper to craft too, and I'm always in need of see. Oh my goodness. And I like to be honest, so I don't take these things, these bloopers out, but you will see it fit perfectly, so you don't have to worry about it. I wish you all a nice day. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful, and if you are going to make the box and you like to share your pictures with me, you're always welcome, and I will put my email address inside so you can send me the pictures if you like. You don't have to, but only if you like. Wish you all a nice day, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.